The world record for most players on a Minecraft server at the same time is 214,000, set by Hypixel back in 2021. Now, Hypixel is able to host such a large number of players by having them in separate, smaller servers to reduce lag, so your average Hypixel minigame or lobby will only have about 30 people online at a time. But what is the maximum amount of players we could get in a single instance of Minecraft while still keeping the lag to a minimum? Well, one of the most popular Anarchy servers, 6b6t, has been working to try and get 1,000 players online at once while keeping the TPS up. So today, let's take a closer look at the progress and see if it's even possible to do. Now, Mr. Beast already made a video where he got 1,000 players online at once, but if you actually watch the video, the lag is so bad that nobody is even able to move, let alone play, and server memory is going above 10 gigabytes. Now, getting 1,000 players on that server and making it unplayable was the point of the video. But 6b6t has been working to increase their own server capacity to support 1,000 people that are actively playing while keeping the lag down. And that's not in separate servers like Hypixel, that's just one Minecraft world. In a blog post from January, the owner of 6b6t, Qbasti, says that the current hardware for the server is estimated to be able to keep 500 to 600 players online without lag, and when the player count gets more consistently around that number, they will look into upgrading their hardware to get closer to the 1,000 player number. Here's the thing. Just a few days ago, on May 31st, 6b6t broke its own record of players with a maximum of 580 recorded players online due to an item duplication event that was happening. So, with its target number of players reached, how did the server run? Well, it wasn't great. The TPS for the day of the event was hovering around 10 consistently. The many bots that are on the server had a hard time keeping track of the TPS itself, but players with their own TPS mods noted that it was never running close to the 20 that it's supposed to. In fact, in the screenshot of the record player count, we can even see a player reporting that the TPS is as low as 5. So, was this a hardware issue? Does Qbasti need to upgrade the servers to support 600 players alone? Or was this unrelated due to a lag machine or even the item frame dupe itself causing lag? We don't know, but as of now, with the current hardware and mainframe, 6b6t cannot handle 1,000 players. But they could in the future. When Qbasti mentioned having to upgrade equipment, he's talking about upgrading the actual machine that 6b6t runs on, and most likely needs higher RAM to allow for more memory. 6b6t runs on a heavily modified version of Folia, and through tests with bot accounts, they have been able to support 1,000 accounts loaded in at once with pretty minimal lag. Bots and players obviously will behave differently, but it is a good sign for the future. There is another problem though. Do 1,000 people even want to play on 6b6t? With the server's current player count normally between 150 to 200 on normal days, and peak hours like weekends and holidays getting closer to 250 to 300, we can't fully know if 6b6t can support 1,000 players unless there are that many players that want to join all at once. But Qbasti has a plan for that as well. In the past few months, 6b6t has started doing more marketing for the server on social media, as well as adding incentives for voting and adding community goals for donations for the server. In fact, the duplication event that I mentioned earlier was a community goal that was reached due to the frequent donations. A day after the dupe event was over, Qbasti put a post on Discord saying that he is happy with the direction that 6b6t is going, and that both he and Zimb, another admin, are motivated to hit the 1,000 player goal. He also made it clear that any donations are going towards improving the server and that he will be adding more incentives to help get to their eventual goal. So far, the incentives seem to have been somewhat working. According to MinecraftMP.com, the server originally peaked 3 months after first launching, but with a steady drop-off after the initial hype waned off. The server then stayed consistent around 100 players peak each month, but ever since July 2024, the server has been growing more and more, with higher player counts each month after. This could also be due to the voting incentives that were added, as extra perks were given for voting daily, and the server is promoted much more in searches for Anarchy servers. In any case, the data shows that the server is growing consistently, and if it can keep up a similar rate of growth, the 1,000 player cap could theoretically be reached before the end of 2025. So, admittedly, I have not played 6v60 for long, so any information I have is collected from Discord chats and blog posts. The community seems to distrust Cubasti though, with many of them not believing his claims that all of the money is going back into the server, but also because he is offline for long periods of time, he makes random balance changes, he often abuses his admin powers, and shares some more controversial opinions in his own Discord. Ultimately, as of now, 6v60 neither has the hardware or the player count to get to that 1,000 player cap. But, as the server has been steadily growing over the past few months and plugins are improving, it is very likely that we will see that milestone soon.